Hello everyone, welcome to Perfectly Imperfect. My name is Teresa. If you're new, if you're here for the first time, welcome. Today I'm going to be making a pancake wreath using this GNOME Sweet Gnome sign that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. Very cute. Also, I'm going to be using a 14-inch wire wreath frame. I also picked this up from the Dollar Tree. You will need 12 pipe cleaners for your wreath frame. If you're going to attach your sign like I'm going to, you're going to need 4 pipe cleaners for the back of it and 1 pipe cleaner for your bow. So before we get started with anything else, I'm going to prep the sign. So I'm going to take the tag off of it. Now, I am out of cable zip tie mount, so I'm going to do it with pipe cleaners. And to do this, you just take 4 pipe cleaners, bend it in half, put some glue here on the corner, lay your pipe cleaner down in it. And I'm going to take a piece of ribbon and put it over the pipe cleaner. So that's on there, very secure. It's not going anywhere. And I'll be doing that to all 4 corners. Okay, my pipe cleaners are secure. They're not going anywhere. Now I'm going to turn it over. Since I removed the hanger, I have these 2 holes here. And I do not like them. So today I'm just going to use these little fuzzy balls that I have. They're kind of glittery. And cover up those holes. Now we can set the sign aside and let the glue set up. So it will be ready when we get ready to use it. So to wire our pancake wreath frame, we are going to use 12 pipe cleaners. This wreath frame has 6 sections. Okay, we're going to put this one right here. It's going to go around the last 2 bars on the crossbar. And tie it up. For the next one, we're going to go to the 2 inside bars. In the middle of the sections between these 2 brackets. And you want to get this tied on good. Put this one in the center of the section on the 2 inside brackets. Again, we're going back to the outside 2 brackets on the crossbar. Put those on. So every section is going to look exactly the same. You're going to have 2 pipe cleaners on the crossbars or brackets on the 2 outside rings and 1 on the 2 inside rings in the same bracket. Okay, friends, when you get done creating your working wreath frame, it should look like this. For my mesh today, I'm going to be using this gray striped fabric mesh. I'm also going to be using this tule, the snow-covered tule. I'm going to be using 4 ribbons today. I have a 1.5 inch, 2.5 inch, 1.5 inch, and a 2.5 inch. And these are very cute little gnome ribbons. My ribbons today are cut to 14 inches and I have dovetailed them on the end. Today I'm going to be cutting our mesh into 20-inch pieces. I use this little rotary cutter that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. I absolutely love it. I've said it before. So you can cut it with scissors. If you are using a rotary cutter, make sure you have a self-healing mat because it will go through and cut whatever you have. So I just cut this into 20-inch pieces. And there we go. You're going to cut 12 20-inch pieces of mesh. For my tool today, I'm going to be cutting this into 15-inch pieces. And I will be cutting 12 of these 15-inch pieces of tulle. I'm going to put my mesh out like this, curl side down. Now, again, I'm adding this snowflake mesh. I just think it gives the gray a little bit more of a holiday feel, winter feel. So usually when I start making a ruffle, I curl it under on the end. Today I'm not going to do that because we want it as tight as possible. Just try to stay in the middle the best you can. When you get done, if you see that things aren't even on both sides, it's no big deal. Just take a little bit of time to pull so that everything is even. I'm starting on the outside of my wreath form. So I'm going to put my pancake ruffle down in here. Now this wreath was invented by Melly Mel over at Sincerely Creative. Okay, we're trying to make the Deco mesh as flat as possible. So we're going to take the ends and overlap them. So it looks like a flower, but it's facing down. And that's what you want it to do. For this wreath, we're going to complete the outside of the wreath form with both the mesh and the ribbons before we move to the inside. Okay, I'm going to add ribbons as I go. I'll complete each little bundle with the mesh and the ribbons as I go along. The way that I'm going to do my ribbons today is a little bit different. Instead of stacking them on top of each other and crunching them up in the middle, I'm putting one down in front of the other. So it does lay a bit different. So you crunch it up and then you want to pull it down. Make like a V out of it. I'm going to put it down in here, tie it up. And you want to fan out your ribbons. And when you fan out your ribbons, you want every other ribbon to show. You don't want two ribbons the same next to each other. Okay, I am done with this particular pipe cleaner now, so I'm going to cut it off. Cut it, leaving about at least, I like to go about a ½ inch. Bend it down and then bend it over. And here we have our first pancake ruffle bundle on the wreath. Okay. Now I'm going to twist this off. Cut it. I'm going to move on around the rest of the wreath on the outside only, and I will meet you back here in a few. Okay, friends, I was able to complete the outside of the wreath. I absolutely love it. There was only 6 pipe cleaners on the outside. Now what you want to do is go through and pull up your center pipe cleaners, making sure you have access to these. And if you've never seen anybody make a pancake wreath before, the next step is probably going to blow your mind a little bit, but just trust the process. So what we're going to do for the center, take our mesh. Again, I'm going to be adding the tule. Now we're going to take this ruffle, find the inside pipe cleaner, lay it directly down on top of that, getting it as tight and flat in the middle of the ruffle as you possibly can. Remember, we're trying to stay low. Then we're going to take this ruffle that we just put on there, do the exact same thing to it that we did to the outside ruffles, and add the ribbon. Also want your ribbons down in there, you know, close to the frame as you can get it. We're trying to keep this wreath very flat so that it can hang on a house door and you'll still be able to shut your screen door. There we go. I kept my pipe cleaners off as I go. Cut it, bend it, and push it down. There we go. Cut your pipe cleaner off. I will complete the inside of the rest of the wreath and I will be back. And you guys, it's absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Now the reason why we go ahead and complete the ribbons when we add the bundles to the outside of the wreath, excuse me, is because if we put all the mesh on the bottom or the outside and the inside, we would have to go up underneath that inside mesh in order to add our ribbons. All mesh frays. The more you touch it, the more it frays. So I'm not doing it like that for the simple reason that we don't want all the mesh to turn into a big bundle of mess. Okay, so this is the wreath. Let me grab the sign. You guys, I have my sign back over here. It's all ready to go on the back. Now what I use, since I have tule in here along with the mesh, it is pretty thick to get the pipe cleaners through. So I use a darning needle. Slip both of them through there. One of them didn't go. Go on. And I'm going to have my sign up just a tad because I want to be able to add a little bow right here. So I'm going to utilize these pipe cleaner spots where we added our ribbon. I want this to be up a bit, like I said, so I can get a bow on it. Just pull that through. Yep, that came through without a problem. next one. That is just take it, flip it upside down. I'm just going to tie it onto the metal frame. I will definitely be back to do that again as soon as I make my adjustments. I like where my sign is. I have one more corner. I will get my sign the rest of the way on, grab the bow maker, and I'll be right back. This is what it looks like with our sign secured. Now I'm going to make a little bow to put right here. All right, I have my bow maker out. I am going to use the same ribbon that I used in the wreath. I don't want a real long tail on this. I'm going to start out with about a 9-inch tail. Bring that down. I will do 5-inch loops on either side. Now I'm going to come in and do about a 4.5 inch on either side. I'm going to go in with the polka dot and do about a 4-inch loop on either side. And finally, the snowflake ribbon, I'm going to do it at about 3 inches on either side. Now I'm going to go in with a pipe cleaner, making sure it's up underneath all of my loops and my tails. Slide it underneath there. Holding on to the stack. Pull your bow up off of the bow maker. Hold on to the middle of your bow while you turn the pipe clean, or hold on to the middle of the bow while you move the latch of your zip tie to the back. I have one pipe cleaner here. I'm going to pull it through. Now I'm just going to start fluffing my bow a bit. I don't fluff my bow all the way until I get it on the wreath. Now I'm going to pull the pipe cleaner tight. And cut off the zip tie. Twist your pipe cleaner around itself. Now you guys, I like to add a bell to all of my Christmas wreaths. I just take a half of a pipe cleaner, slip it through the bell. And tie it on the middle. That way it jingles when someone opens the door. Turn it over and tie it to the back. Okay, I'm going to grab the wreath. Now, of course, we're going to have to cut down these tails because they're entirely too long. I think I want my bow about right here. And cut my bow tails way, way down. Dovetail. Alright, you guys, I was able to get my beautiful bow onto our pancake wreath. Even though it appears that it sticks up pretty far, it really doesn't. Everything else is just super flat. Excuse me, I think it's really going to look nice in between a house door and a screen door. I'm going to get this up on the wall and get some pictures of it. But first, I want to say thank you so much for being here. It really means a lot to me. If you would hit that like button down below, that really helps out my channel. Please subscribe. It is free. And I can't wait to see you in my next video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.